Hello everyone, my name is John McBride and I'm the owner and president of Ace Personal Development. This video is the 11th video from our second section of the Acehood Question Overview series. The section that we're in deals with our work and purpose, and the question we're looking at in this video is, how can I make better use of my talents and my job to serve the purpose that I was created for? So this question will help us to revisit some of the things that we've discussed in the past. If you remember, when we discussed how to bring our purpose into our work, we established ways that we can introduce our purpose to our career and how we can make the most of our time in our current position or company. Today, we'll try to use our job to enhance our purpose. So this question reminds me of a comment that was shared with me from many sources over several years, and that comment was asserting that we can make money while employed, learning to execute a certain skill set that is valuable to our goals. Robert Kiyosaki, he famously shared a story about he and his wife refusing to get a job for income's sake. And his point and the eventual outcome was that it was antithetical to his life and his beliefs to gain employment without having some greater benefit than a mere paycheck. He said that he would not take employment unless it was teaching him something that would further his causes and goals. So when I think about what this looks like for the general public, we're all trained and compensated for our work by our employer. So what can we do to be intentional about growing ourselves in our career or organization in order to enhance our goals? If we examine the model that many companies have used over time to bring in and train the next leader, president, or CEO for their organization, we see that especially in family companies, and especially when training family members to step into a leading role, they don't simply start in the position. We see them begin in an entry-level position and move up either through that department or into different departments on the way to their final position leading a department, a division, or a company as a whole. You see, this serves to train them and give them real actionable experience in every area of the business before they're expected to lead. Now, think about the way individuals excel in an organization organically through promotions or pay grade expectations. See, I like to use the model of my father's business. In his company, it's very possible that an individual could start their employment as a laborer, moving through the business to eventually have the role of a foreman or an officer of some sort, or even move on to be an owner of a business that they create for themselves. You see, my father himself, he started as a young man laboring for my grandfather. And over time, he mastered the skills and responsibilities associated with that position, and he took on greater responsibilities and received promotions to have the opportunity eventually to partner and eventually buy out my grandfather. So he now owns the business. I love the example of apprenticing for mason when I think about this question. You see, in that line of work, if you aspire to become a mason, you have to be capable of being a highly productive laborer. So this is to the extent that you have to be able to do and execute all the skills and tasks associated with that job in a time frame that still allows you to get on the wall to learn how to lay brick or block. But ultimately, you gain from these experiences, and it allows you to be a more effective mason because you have an understanding of the labor position and the role that it serves. See, we often see that people are able to excel in an organization, so much so that they're trained with real-world experience that rivals an excellent scholastic education or degree. You see, we understand that this happens to a point that these people are able to go out and take the things that they've learned and glean from their trainers and their superiors to be able to move out on their own and start their own business or organization and actually be able to run it very successfully. So today I want us to be aware of the training and education available from our current skill set and our current employment. So today, make the decision to apply yourself to move through that organization in order to gain a greater understanding of the business overall. This will help you to gain more skills and to glean more things from that company in those positions in order to build your own organization or your own career. So take this and make that decision today that you're going to be intentional about living out your life in your daily job in a way that promotes your success.